Welcome to Code 5 Art. Okay, so as any artist can attest that when it comes to like buying art supplies, or especially when it comes to buying paint, paint can get expensive real quickly. And when it comes to doing any sort of like street art or graffiti or any sort of murals at all, it's usually not cost effective to just do spray paint. Sometimes if you can get away with it, you want to use what they call bucket paint. For example, just one of these cans right here costs about $6.50. But more often than not, you want at least to do a background that covers up anything that was already there, or if you want to put like a base coat on, and there is where you want to use bucket paint, or you want to get some rollers out and paint with that. And that's where these gallons of paint can come in. However, there's a secret. There's something that you can do. Now, most art stores or any place that sells paint, they're going to have a similar program to this. But today I'm going to be talking about the program at Home Depot. At Home Depot, they have this section called Oops Paint, kind of like, oops, I stubbed my toe. Oops, I messed something up. Oops Paint is a discounted paint right here. So this can of paint normally costs $25. But if you see right here, it's marked down to $9. The other day, I got super lucky, and I went to look at the Oops Paint, and I noticed that they had black. I got like 3 gallons of black paint for backgrounds, for fill-ins, and I got a lot of it. So like, if I spent $9 each on one of these, as opposed to $25, I saved $48, I think. I saved $48 on paint just by buying the Oops Paint. Now, why? Okay, so the question is why would a store ever sell something at a discount? There's a couple reasons. There's a couple ways that this could happen. So before I can explain why they offer this kind of program, you have to understand how the paint is sold and made. So when you go to the paint store and you see all these gallons of paint on all the shelves, every one of those cans is not a color. There's nothing there yet. It's kind of just a base paint. What they do is you say, hey, I want Arctic Fox in this brand of paint. So then they take this and they pop the lid, and if we look closely, I'm going to see if you can get this. There's these numbers. There's numbers right here. Those represent what kind of injection of color needs to go into the gallon of paint to match the color that you're aiming for. Now, if you think about it, this can be fraught with user error. People can mess this up all the time. If you just type in one number wrong, you got a can that's not the color the customer asked for. What does that mean? Oops, that is a mistake. The store still has to sell it. So instead of spending $25, they mark it down to $9 called Oops Paint. They tell you what the color is. That's the only color you get because we screwed up on this one. Boom, $9. Another thing that could happen is they buy the paint, the color, they get to their house, and paint and color always looks different with different lighting. This is black, but this color will look a little bit different from incandescent light, from fluorescent light, and sunlight. The light bounces off differently. So a lot of people will take their gallon of paint, take their mysterious color, and when they get into the actual room of their house, they're like, no, this is not what I asked for. This is not what I wanted. This looks horrible. And they'll take it back and they'll return it and be like, I want my money back. This is not the paint that I was expecting to get. You figure it out. So then once again, Home Depot has another can of Oops Paint. So in the store, they have a section where it's just called Oops Paint, where they just kind of put all of these bad gallons of paint, bad jugs of paint, and for whatever reason, they put it into this section so that you can peruse, and it has the color on it. So I know black is black. That's what I need to buy. It's $9. Boom, I got it. But in other situations, they put a little slob of the color that's on there. So this is the color of the paint in here. Someone bought this, said they didn't want it, and they had to sell it for $9. So boom, it's mine now. Ever since I started this channel, I've really been excited to paint more and more. Every time I have gone to Home Depot to get one thing or another for the house, I can't help but to go by the Oops Paint section and see what's there. and I usually walk away with some more paint, which is probably more than I need, but it's this, a lot of this paint's going to last me a long time. So I got a couple blacks, I got this red. But here's the thing, if you keep doing this, you're going to find that just maybe you have a problem buying too much paint. This is going to last me for a while, but I have a lot of different colors for backgrounds and roller paint, but at least I'm saving money in the long run, I hope. Needless to say, this is going to be an effective year painting murals, pieces, throw-ups, and just redoing my wall. But don't forget, almost every single paint store has this kind of program. You just got to ask them. Ask them if they have any mistake paint that they can sell at a discount. And that way you're going to be saving yourself, what, 70%? 60%? You're going to be saving yourself a lot of money just by trying to buy some colors of paint that's already been made. I mean, so far in the past year, I've gotten 12 of these gallons of paint. And up here, I'll list how much money I've saved by doing so. But let me know down in the comments if anyone else has other ideas of getting some cheap paint. This is the best path that I know of, but I always want to hear some more ideas. But I'm going to be using this black paint very soon, so I hope that helps, guys. Let's get creative. Get out there and start painting. Boop.